Here with Assimilate Open AI. I'm going to keep going on learning how to build tools and build them very, very quickly. So I'm going to share my screen here and get into it. And to start with, I have this project, Noah Gift, Assimilate Open AI, that I can actually play around with. That's one option. And if I go to settings here and I go to code spaces, or I go to secrets, we can see that I've put a OpenAI key directly inside of here. So what I could do is I could actually edit this thing and use it to build code. I have another one, I think, which is here, which if I go to this organization, and AI assimilate. Yeah, this one. Let's take a look at this one. I think this one's a little bit ahead. And so I might want to work out of this one. And let's just double check real quick that I've got everything that I want in here. There we go, OpenAI key. So yeah, let's use this repo. This is the most recent one. And I'm going to go to code spaces and I'm going to launch this thing. And let's see what kind of goodies I've got in there already. So I think the last thing that I was playing around with was that I built out this question answer CLI. And so let's just double check, run it again. So we'll just say question answer CLI dash help. And here we go. Python question, who won the Olympics? Let's fix that a little bit because it's a little bit messy. We want to do quotes here and do a question mark. And so we also want to change this to be / like that. And that looks good. So I want to run this thing and say, who is the best athlete of the last 100 years? Good question. What do we get? The best athlete of the last 100 years is Michael Jordan. Yeah, I think he was pretty good. He was dominant force in basketball and baseball. I wouldn't say dominant in baseball, but his accomplishments are unmatched. He's the greatest player of all time, and his impact on the game is still felt today. Pretty cool. Interesting question answer segment there. So I think it would be cool to actually take this code and also move it more into like a library structure. Because I think in a real world project, you're not going to only have command line tools. You want to have a lib. So let's do that. Let's build out a lib and let's say make dir, we'll say OA lib, right? Open AI lib. And then I'm going to create an empty file here. So we'll say this init py. There we go. Touch OA lib under init. And then I'm going to basically create a file first. And so we'll say OA lib, and we'll call this logic, or we'll call this solutions, maybe. Solutions. That's a good name, right? I want to build out some solutions here. And let's first lint everything and all that stuff. So let's formats. Let's make sure all of our code is good. Let's make sure it's all linted. I don't know if I have continuous integration. I don't think I do have this set up. So let's set that up too, because I'm going to be long-term coding in this repo. See, there's no continuous integration. Let's set that up. So I'm going to go to actions and I'm going to say set up a workflow. And what I can do here is just grab something that I've done previously and grab it here and just throw this in there like this. Now, I don't remember if I've created a customized container as well. I guess we're about to find out. I don't think I have, but maybe I have. Let's see. Yep, see, there's no dev container as well. So that could be also an issue. So what do I need to do is I need to open this up. And I'm going to copy one of my other dev container workflows here. So first I have to open this up, and then I'm going to do Shift Command P. I'm going to say dev container. Let's see here. Configure development container features. That's what I want. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. None. Let's do that. Okay, rebuild now. Let's rebuild this real quick. I would say the only other thing that I probably care about would be to maybe grab like this Copilot stuff. So let me, when it rebuilds, I'm gonna put this Copilot stuff in there, but we can watch it rebuild. So the idea here is that I have a more of an automated workflow, and I also probably care about this, like making like a making sure I activate a virtual environment. So let's get all that done. Okay, it's installed. I installed AWS because I have a feeling I might need it for some of the things I'm doing with OpenAI. And it looks like it's about to get started. Okay, so we got this. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put this here so that we also use Copilot, which is nice. And we're going to rebuild there. Yeah, I think I need to copy this command. I should have, before I rebuilt it, I should have said that. So it'll take a second to rebuild. Although I wonder if it's quicker if it rebuilds it again. I guess we'll find out. And I guess while this is installing, let's see. So it's, yeah, reinstalling AWS. So not too, doesn't take too long to get all this stuff working. And again, I'll put this command here like that. There we go. Post grant. Yeah, perfect. We can do that later. Because I can just run it myself, right? I can just do that. That work? Okay. Well, I don't know why it didn't. Well, because we need to source the bash RC. There you go. And then if I say get status, let's add dev container. Let's add this library, a lib. Let's add all that stuff. Because again, I'm going to be coding for a while, adding OpenAI setup. Okay, got this. We'll pull, because I am going to need to pull some stuff because I did the GitHub code spaces, right? The GitHub actions. There we go. Pull, push, fix. Got it. We don't care about that. Well, maybe I do care about that. We'll install that. And you can also, once you install something, you can say add to dev container, right? So we can do all that stuff later, though. I can just do add dev container, commit, right? So behind the scenes, it should be getting all the stuff hooked up. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. So I'm gonna say make lint and just see what happens. That looks good. Let me look at the make file real quick. I think I do want to change this a little bit to match another make file that I have that's more like fancy. Like, so I want to do this where I ignore test files. I want to do that. And we want to look at all the files. And then let's look at how I did testing here. Something like that looks good as well. Looks good. Okay, so now let's do a make lint. Aha. See this one? Streamlit is not installed. So I do want to play with Streamlit. So let's do that. But what do you mean it's not installed? Unable to import Streamlit. Well, let's do make install. There we go. Okay, so make lint, what happens now? Weird how it won't import Streamlit with question answer. Why can it not import Streamlit? E401, line 1. How can it not import Streamlit? I've installed Streamlit. Oh, well, I also need to install IPython. I'm going to try that. Make install. Import Streamlit. Okay, well, that works. So I do a lint. Oh, look, that's the problem. Look, pylint's not installed. So pylint's not installed. pytest is not installed. So this is where it's important to test all this stuff. Now, if I do make install, it was using a lint that was a system lint. And so now I should be able to do a lint and it should be more truthful. There we go. So now it's just telling me about problems with Streamlit. So I can fix this and then we'll eventually get back to what I was doing before. So let's get everything working in our project first. So we'll go to question answer, line 43. Wait, no. Well, first let's look at the web app, 16, line 16. It says redefining name question from outer scope. So yeah, that's not good. So we want to make this question. Anytime you do a global variable, it's a good idea to do something like that. And using f-string that doesn't use interpolated variables. Yep, we don't want that. Okay, we want to get rid of unused imports. Okay, this is all stuff like you would do. Get your code quality. We only have undefined variable question, line 37. Oh, because this, I'm assuming, input question is probably the big question. It would be this question. There you go. So this will help me later when I want to build out a Streamlit app. There's only one more piece of code, no value of text in the CLI, line 43, and that is in question answer CLI. This one, line 43, no value. Oh, this is like the classic thing that click, you have to always get rid of it. There you go. Perfect. Now I got clean code. This is critical. I think when people don't have proper linting, you get yourself in some big trouble. But now I feel confident. And so what I also want to do is start to put some logic together. I want to take this submit question and I want to pull it out into a library. And so I'm going to go to this OpenAI library right here, OAI lib, and I'm going to just do this. There we go. Now I do need to use the imports that it uses. So I'm going to use this and this. So I'm going to copy that. And I can even put some documentation about, basically this will be like a bunch of OpenAI solutions right here. Perfect. And I can do this. I can say, library with OpenAI solutions or functions. Perfect. I like solutions better. OpenAI solutions as functions. There you go. So this is kind of like a cookbook that I can use. Now, all I need to do to use this is I can just delete a bunch of code. So I love deleting code. Deleting code is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to go through here and I'm just going to do like that. Look at this. Nice. Less code. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to say from OA lib import solutions. I think I want to do this. OA lib dot solutions imports question. Look at that. I only have to do anything different. And now I just need to lint everything. Let's double check that our lint is smart enough. I don't know if it's smart enough to look inside of that directory. I think I'm going to have to add it. If I remember correctly with yeah. So let's do that. No, we don't want to do install. We want to do lint. So let's lint our new library code. Did everything work? Excellent. Now let's run our command line tool. CLI. Okay. Let's do dash help. Okay. It's going to ask for the help. The question will say, like, what is Kermit's favorite color? Favorite color is green. Perfect. So this works. So what I can do now as well is I can start, now that I got a library, I can actually test library code if I want to, which is one kind of cool thing to do. And I also can test the command line tool. And I mean, it really just opens up a whole bunch of cool things for me. I would say first, I'm going to build my first test. So I'm going to test the library first. So I'm going to say touch test solutions like that. Although maybe I want to be a little more clever and put a little bit more naming convention on this and call Open AI solutions, right? So that way I know it's the it's the library code, and then I just need to go into that test file, and I can actually have the Copilot help me write it. So we can just say, uh, write a test that. No, we don't want to do that one yet. We want to do from solutions dot from OA lib dot solutions. That's right. That's what I want to do. And then I want to write a test exactly. Perfect. I mean, it's a little tricky. This is more of an integration test, but I mean, let's see. Let's do this. Let's say make Test. See, this because the output from GPT-3 is non-deterministic. We don't want to do a test like this, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to test. So I think a better way to test this would be a cert, and is that basically this is a scenario where a cert is actually fine. Basically, just say like, does it not blow up, right? And this is kind of a good way to test things. It's just like, look, does it even work? It does, right? If it blew up, there would be a problem. So now, in theory, if I push this, I get status, add everything, get commit. This could trigger the build behind the scenes, and we can get some stuff cooking. Now, the other thing that we probably want to try next, now that I have this concept of solutions, is can we come up with another thing that we could do, right? So that I can build web apps and I can build command line tools with. And so that's now this is my next goal is, let's build a function that converts, you know, language code in Python, or actually in code. Let's try that. Build a function that converts language to code. Def, and we'll say submit code. This submits a question to the OpenAI API. I like this. We have the text. No, that's not what I want. That's build a function that converts language to Python code. Okay, def. Converse language, create prompts. I need to look at the documentation. Here's what I need to do. So I'm gonna go over to OpenAI real quick, and I'm gonna go to examples, and I need to look at the documentation for. Let's see here. Code completion. This is what I kind of am kind of interested in, actually. I'm going to go to README. I'm going to put in some, we'll call this day three, and we'll see what we're doing here. I think it's day 3. I don't know what day. Yeah, it's day 3. So we'll call it day 3, which would be CI/CD, refact, and refactor. So we're going to look at this. Okay, how to build code, how to generate code programmatically. That's what we need to do. And so let's take a look at this. So Codex model is descendant of our GPT-3 series that's been trained on both natural language, blah, 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 blah. Turn comments. That's what I want. That's exactly. I want to turn comments into code. And so saying hello, create random. I love this on my SQL query in Python. Now, what languages does it support again? It's most capable in Python, but it knows several languages. Yeah, there we go. So let's put this docs in there. Let's just do that. Let's just say, let's go back to our solutions, and we can just say, like, this C4 code. There we go. And we want to build a function that converts comments into Python, into to code in any language. So we're going to say def creates code. We'll say text language. You figure this out. Language text. Is that how this would work? So let's try this. Do a quick start. Let's try this one. What's the prompt it's asking for? I don't want this one. I want Python. Create. See, this is wrong. Why did it tell me the wrong one? So that might be a bug there. Start with a comment. Best practice. You can experiment. Create a function. Open. Specify the language. Oh, look at this. Wow, I like this. So let's try that out. Let's say Python 3 and we'll say example. This is a comment. Text. Would this work? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out a little prompt here where you would do, I don't know, something like that. I mean, I don't know, like you does that help us? Language, text, language. Let's try. Okay, so I really don't know what this will do, but say from solutions imports create code from OA-lib dot solutions import create code. Now I would say create code and it's going to do, well, first let's do language will be equal to let's go to the documentation real quick. Okay, there's a space. So the language would be Python 3. like that. And then the text would be what they told me in the docs to be that, but it would be so language. So see, we do see this language. So it does do a little space there, which I like that. So we don't need to do anything actually. So text would just be this. And then language. There you go. And so we would say text would be, and we don't even need that. Calculate the mean distance between an array of points. So let's do that. Let's say create code. Creates code. Let's put in text language. What do we get? Ooh, taking a while. Interesting. Now, I mean, it appears to work. Now, how do you print Python code though? That's the part that's kind of trippy. But I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a cool concept. So let's try this out. So let's build a Python helper, right? Like a Python tutorial. So I'm gonna say touch Python tutor CLI. Right? So what we can do is we don't need to do much. We just need to import click, and then we need to say from exact. No, we need to import the code. So we need to do this: import create code. There you go, and we can do this. We can say create click group. There we go. We can say this is generates code examples, comments in multiple languages, which is pretty sweet. So we want to do this text language exactly. So we can say like, you know, make code, make code, and we'll do def make code, convert comments, and let's also do the shebang line up here. User bin env Python. Chmod it. Let's do if under name. There we go. Perfect. And let's put an example here. Let's do example. And we can do /. There we go. But I think we want to do this a little bit cleaner, where we want to say, instead of arguments, I think we want options. We want options. And we want to do --. Let's just even have it generate it for us. At click options option language. There we go. That's what I want. And then we want to do yeah, sure. We can do a language and text. That looks good. I like that. And then we can change our example here. Okay, code -L. Yeah, I like it. This is looking good. This is a sweet little tool. Now I need to clean up the printing a little bit. I'm sure it'll MK. Well, let's rename it. So say MV Python tutor to MK code. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool name for a tool. Really? Oh, because it needs to be .py. Yeah. Name MK code. Oh, because I don't think we need a name. We can just do this. MK code is not defined. I thought I just changed it. Command. Why is it doing that? Did I not save it? Call this generates or code. So it's not going to be. It's going to be. It's going to be. Okay, code. Okay. Let's make this one less confusing. So generate code. Generate. There we go. That looks better. What is this doing? Line 12. Oh, because I'm changing the wrong file. That's what I get. Is I'm screwing things up here. I was changing. Let's get rid of this one. Delete it. And then this one will just generate. Or actually, let's do nothing for this. That's why I was having such weird problems. Option -L. MK code. -help. What do we got? Oh, I see. Are we still? Are we back to this again? Generate. It's weird. You can in these weird scenarios. MK code generate. Let's try that. You can get stuck in these like feedback loops that are just awful. That it takes a while to get through. There we go. There we go. Pretty cool. So it prints out like a little Python example for us. Whoa, this is pretty sweet. Look at this. I got a little Python generator tool that's pretty slick. I like this. Now, if I want to try a different language, what do I do? Let's do JavaScript. There we go. Now, yeah, that's not JavaScript. That's Julia. so I don't know why. And look, it even has the author in there and stuff. It's like, what? But at least the Python one worked. Which is pretty cool actually that the Python one worked. So I'm going to try a couple more Python examples. So I'm going to go through here, and instead I'm going to say add two numbers. Let's just keep it really simple. Add two numbers. There we go. Boy, talk about overkill. I mean, sure that works, but like, what's all this other stuff? I mean, it's cool though. I guess it gives you, um, like, you could use something like this to kind of give yourself suggestions for some kind of utility you're building to tutor students or something like that. But okay, cool. I mean, I got something working using their API, and this is in beta. Here we go. Let's do make lints. Does everything work? There we go. Got high quality code. Let's say get status. Let's add all this in, and let's go ahead and adding in code. Now, the other thing that I have a little bit of time to fix potentially is let's see if I can make a Streamlit app now next. And so what I could do is I could say touch um, let's see, code web app, code gen web app. Right? So I'm going to look at this other example that my friend wrote, um, who's the author of the GPT-3 book, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to say open import Streamlit, and I'm going to go to code gen here. And I'm going to look at the command line tool. That's always a good way to build things out, is to look at a command line tool you created before, and you can just use that as the basis of a web app. Here we go. That looks good. And look, it's even gonna tell me the right convert comment of code into any language. I'm liking it. There we go. There we go. Wow, is it really gonna write it for me? Ooh, I'm liking this. Exam. Right. What else do I need to do? No, it's kind of getting a little bit stuck, but it gave me some good ideas. Let's see how this did this before. So we can cache this. I don't care about that, but I want something like this. Let's take a look at this. What do we got? Submit. I see outputs in progress, reports. Oh, submit question in progress. If ST budget. Let's try this. Oh wait, create code, ST writes. I don't think I need anything else. I think this is it. Let's try this. It's not a lot of code. Import Streamlit. Unable to import Streamlit. What do you mean? No, you should be able to import it. Okay, so let's say Python CodeGen web app. So did we build? Oh, you do that? Is that how you run it? Ooh, that was easy. So it's taking a little bit of time. I don't know why that's external. Taking time. Let's look at the other answer. What did I have here? The caching theme thing's kind of a cool idea, though. But this is just not taking. It's taking too long. Let's try again. I don't know why. You can now view Streamlit in your browser. Let's look at the documentation for Streamlit. Docs. Getting started. All this weird stuff. Oh man, people have all kinds of sure. Streamlit. Oh, then you say Streamlit run. The main concepts. Oh, I guess you can do that, but why are you taking so long? That's the question, is why are you taking so long? So what I can do to debug this thing is I'm going to run the other one, which I know it worked at one point. So we can say Python, or we can say Streamlit run code or question and answer web app. Does that work? Let's try that one. That one's waiting. Please wait. Let's Google that. Let's Google that. Streamlit. Please wait. The app never loads. If you see the most likely culprit is Streamlit. Oh, I see. To use Streamlit. Oh, okay. Well, server enables cores false. Okay, I like this. I bet you it's something like that. So it's probably like some kind of weird security bug. So let's do that, and we'll say no cores, no cores. Go. Aha! Look at this code generator. Look at this. We're cooking with gas now. Pretty cool. Look, the author of this function is this person. Thanks, man. All right. So if I want to go and I change the language to SQL, I'll say creates a SQL query to return random fruit. Let's see what it does. Whoa, look at this. Select star from fruits. Create a SQLite query. Look at all this. Oracle, MySQL. Awesome stuff. Look at this. This is great. Cool stuff here. So I've got a code generator web app. Not bad. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say get status. Check this in. I got my little web app hooked up. Adding working code generator web app for Open AI. Yeah, really pretty awesome progress, actually. When you're using libraries that are this powerful, it's pretty shocking, actually, what you can build. Now, does my build system actually work? Whoa, I'm shocked that my build system works. I'm truly shocked. I always assume malice and that I've created mass chaos. But there we go. And I also and built working streamlets app that generates code. So yeah, I'm making some great progress here with OpenAI. There we go. So thank you to anybody that's showed up, and I'll see you next week.